Please be quiet and courteous to others and silence your cell phones now.
Yo, check out the courthouse.
They're turning it into apartments?
Y'all know how this starts. Them white people with canvas bags. That's always the first sign.
Welcome back to the movie experience. I'm your host, NC, a place to be, Church Member Stay ND. And joining me for this movie experience is not Deion Sanders for prime time.
What's up? It's me, the PRIME. Ready for this movie experience.
Yeah, so welcome to your first ever, for the standard one, the movie experience. And today we're going to talk about, it's Halloween time. And like I said, each day you get 31 days of Halloween right here at NC Studios. So every Saturday we're going to review the newest Halloween movies that have come out, or the most recent ones. And the one that comes out on Netflix, came out on Netflix October 2nd, is Vampires versus the Bronx. So this was a thing that came out on Netflix, obviously pandemic. This would not have come out in the movie. So this was going to be a pure Netflix movie. And I was like, it's a comedy horror type thing. So we had to check this out because...
Is it?
Well, we about to find out in the review here. So we are obviously in the Bronx, and we're in a whole colored neighborhood of African Americans and Hispanics. They're all in there together. So we got like a lot of Afro Latinas and stuff like that going on over there. Mm-hmm. And we're taking a very real subject in gentrification and and how they people gentrify the hood a lot of times. And people come in there, try to rebuild it. They keep the people out the hood out, and then they keep it for themselves, and then they don't stay there. And then it's just a way to eliminate the culture there. So we've had this problem, and it starts off with this time we're doing it in the form of vampires. So they show how bad this is getting with Zoe Saldana, who is at the beginning, who has her own nail shop. They gave her a boatload of money to sell out her shop so they can take over the shop, and as they're quietly moving into the neighborhood so that they can have place to nest their their vampires and stuff. So I appreciate the real life things that do happen here in real life.
So do they actually have money
with the vampires?
Yes. I don't think they actually have money.
I don't know that, but I mean, obviously they're baiting them in, and then they end up killing them.
Yeah, so they never show money. They just kill them and then do whatever they want. So they make them sign it over first, so that they have property, like they have it, and then after they sign, then they just kill them. So I'm like, is that like a, do they actually have the money, or we don't know, or like?
I mean, it probably don't. So we're following a group of these kids. One was it Miguel Martinez, which they call Little Mayor. Mm-hmm. Then we get Bobby and Lewis, right?
Yeah.
So these three kids going around, and they suspect something is going on in the hood, in the Bronx, of what's going on. So they come to find out after Little Mayor is riding on his bike, he bumps into one of the urban youths on the street. Mm-hmm. That guy really wanted to go chase after him on that bike, though.
First of all, if he already on the bike and this dude looked like how he do, I would like, all right, either that or shoot him. But I'm not about to chase after you.
No, he chased him all the way to, and then Little Mary witnesses this guy get killed by a vampire. So he lets everybody know that, hey, we got vampires here in the Bronx. We need to band together. And of course, obviously, the parents don't believe. They got to take him to church, where Method Man is the priest.
Now, his first scene to me was hilarious. Like, his first scene was like a little bit before, and it was like, you got kicked out of school for fighting, and then Method Man was like, yeah, you got a friend that like to start mischief in the sanctuary. I don't like that. No. I was like, what? That's definitely a change for Method Man.
It really is. First of all, Method Man and Zoe Saldana having small roles in this movie. I was like, where? I did not think they was going, like, why? I didn't even thing. So he lets everybody know about it, but he tried to take him to church, but his friends is like, look, we gotta believe him. So then the Poppy store in the neighborhood, aka the bodega, as they have it, it's very popular because what's the guy's name?
Tony.
Yeah. He is there. He watches over kind of the kids. There's always, now for anybody who has ever lived in the hood before or lived on the block, know that there's always that corner store. There's always that one person that look after all the other kids when they outside and stuff like that. They got that one person. I hate to say it because we're two black guys. Obviously, we have lived that life before. So everybody's trying to tell them, like, yo, man, we got to stop these vampires in here. And I like when it's apparent that there's this girl vampire who's running all this stuff.
Yeah, that we don't know. Like I thought I ain't gonna lie, she kind of fooled me at first. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
I mean, yeah, it's cool because they was looking for the special key that Little Mary ended up having. So he took this key, and then she was trying to get this key back. Now for the plan, I don't know if it was to overrun the Bronx, something like that, to awaken all these vampires, whatever the case may be, but they wanted that. So they have this little Haitian friend also that joins on with them. That believes, she said, "I'm Haitian. My mother built me for this."
Well, in the movie she's Haitian. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, in the movie she plays Haitian.
She's I was like, the whole time I was like, she looks so familiar, but she's I don't know if you know who Coco Jones is. She was on a couple movies. I think she was on the movie Let It Shine, if you ever seen that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was on a couple movies. She's like more like a Disney star.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like she goes to Little Mary's house, and then vampires can't go into the house unless they've been invited in. They show the little vampire tropes that it is, and then when she reveals herself to be a vampire, his mother finally believes him. It's like, okay, so now we gotta rile up the Bronx and take out these vampires.
The way that she did it to Tony was so messed up, because she came in there, he invited her in and all that kind of stuff. He didn't see her like reflection, and he was like, "Oh, okay, this is a vampire." Then she left, cut off the lights, then came back and then just like tortured him, basically.
Yeah, I was like, well, wait, did she have to be invited back in again, or she was already invited in once?
I think when you get invited in once in that same, I guess, session, then you can come in. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, and I'm just
like when they were all at the mom's house, I thought the mom was just gonna be like, "Yeah, she can come in. What are y'all talking about? Shut up!" And I thought she was gonna invite her in, but she said, "Nah." Took a thing, showed her mark in her hand. Yeah.
I'm about to say, they had that whole Sprite bottle of holy water.
Mm-hmm. that scene was funny too, when it was like, "All right, everybody, let's pray," and they prayed, and then they sneak off, and then like Method Man, they all had a head down. Method Man was like, "Oh, they gone," which so nobody hears movement through the church.
That when you in deep Catholic prayer. That when you in that prayer, bro, you ain't nothing. No, you don't hear what you're supposed to hear or nothing like that. So it's them finally going and saying that we're gonna have the heart to go out and kill these vampires. There is a side story with their friend Bobby, who's the black kid, also who has a life that he's trying to choose between being a good kid, but also being like part of that hard life because his dad was part of that hard life. We got taken out, and there was one point where he's about to go back into it, but he realizes that's not the way to go. It goes back and helps his friends out.
I think he realizes that because they're trying to kill his friends. That's why.
Exactly, that too. Yeah. So because
he was like, "Where's Little Mary?" He was like, "Why you want to know that?" He was like, "Cause I said I'm the boss. Strap up." And then they all getting their guns together. He's like, "What are y'all planning on doing?" So then he escapes out the bathroom, of course.
Yeah, I say, man, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta get out of here. So at the end, they end up taking up the vampires, and then we get the big fight scene at the end, which I was like, they added this little joke in there. I was like, they need to add that in there, because they was like, "Yo, man, what the fuck you say about the Bronx? They got all the."
I ain't gonna lie, that part was funny to me. She was like, "You know what? Forget you and forget the Bronx." Yo, what you say about the Bronx? Like,
yeah, the BX, man. And I was like, okay, whoa. And it's funny, like they squad deep. We met them out there with the holy cross and everything like that.
He should have had holy. Why did he have holy water in the thing? Like, he should have. I thought as a pastor, you would know that kind of compels them. He could have had the cross. He could have had the cross and say, "All right, get back." Like, you know.
And
But,
but the thing
yeah.
is they had, as you like, they had these two girls walking by like they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And that part aggravated me because the whole time they were basically just like, "Oh, and she said your underwear dirty." Ooh. I was like, I could have done without all that.
I was like, that joke was not needed. But then they start fighting. One girl did the most stereotypical New York thing and threw a Tim at the van.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think that was the girl that was Glow that had a little YouTube channel or whatever.
Exactly. Threw a Tim. I was like, oh my god. I was waiting for her to say dead ass.
you know, it's serious when somebody throw their Tims.
Exactly. I said, well, you know, that's how it is in New York. You don't throw them Tims. You know what I'm saying? But so, you know, like I said, I can't wait. You can't talk about spoilers. I mean, it's still Netflix. You gotta go check it out. They end up defeating the vampires and everything, and then they go back and they, you know, had this planned block party that Little Man was trying to have for the BX to help build back up the community, and that was basically Vampires versus the Bronx. Review. Like I said, I liked that you know that they took a real life issue with the gentrification and they put it in the form of vampires coming in there. I'm cool with that. There were a couple of little parts in the movie that I felt so like, okay, I like the girls walking by when they about to squad. I was like, there is some
them girl characters in general. It's like they were not needed in my opinion. But
I mean, there were some unnecessary jokes in there. The movie is very short. It's only an hour and 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yo, what you say about the BX? Nah, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
That one part is just it's like it's just out of nowhere. And like if all the people, never mind. There you go. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you know, it's like I said, it's a very short movie. It's almost like a Walmart $5 bin style kind of movie. You know, by the way it was shot everything. But I just thought it was something you know check out for Halloween. It's not like the big budget one, like you know Hubie Halloween with Adam Sandler, which we will review that movie.
You just call it Hubie Halloween big budget.
it's Adam Sandler, buddy. So, but I'm honestly going to rank Vampires vs. the Bronx. I'll catch you at the barbershop. I'm not saying it was the worst thing I've ever seen, but I'm saying, but obviously it's not something that it's like if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out. But there's better Halloween movies, it's more scary or something like that. Halloween movies, but it's just another quick one. It's only an hour and 20 minutes long, and it's not even a full 90 minutes. So you guys can just check it out. It gets quick to the point. But it's catch you at a barbershop for me. What about you?
Yeah, I would say catch you at a barbershop. The ending is kind of what threw me off, so that's a part you got to look out for as well.
Gotcha. All right. Well, guys, that is the end of the movie experience. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe to see more of our retro movie experience, and make sure you see the movie experience remastered. So check all that stuff out for the 31 Days of Halloween right here on NC Studios. So once again, this is NC, place we chill and staying D, and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
All right, everybody, keeping it tight.
Right. Yeah, you say I ain't heard keep it tight in a while, and we'll see you at the movies.